In the world of clicks and views, we got the tricks, ain't got time to lose. Christina and Joe dropping knowledge non-stop for all you realtors. Climbing to the top. Grab your camera, let's make the tape. Content gold, no time to waste. From open house to renovation glory, YouTube secrets unfold your story. Build those leads with every post. Christina and Joe, the ultimate hosts. Market trends and virtual tours. Turn those watchers into door knocking scores. Lights, camera, action, go live. Tips and tricks to help you thrive. Thumbnail magic, title spice. A clickbait charm, but a touch of nice. SEO game on point and tight. Comments buzz.
Hello, I'm making a post. I'm making a post in the Facebook group, so that way you guys can get it live. I'm by myself. My partner is on another meeting that I was supposed to be a part of, and I'm not. So today we're talking about knowing your audience. So I put a post out there like the beginning of the week because I was updating my channel, and I noticed that when I was updating the channel, they had this new feature inside there, and it said add your pronouns, and I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna make some people mad." And then I was like, "Wait a minute. Who's my audience?" And so I'm actually shifting my audience. And if I had an older audience, I would not have added my pronouns. But because I'm shifting my audience and I'm going towards more a younger crowd, I went ahead and put the pronouns in there. A matter of fact, that a lot of people in my audience actually appreciated that, which was odd. I didn't make an announcement about it. I didn't do anything like that. I just did it. I went ahead and put it in there. And then I got an email from somebody saying, "Oh, I noticed that you put in your pronouns." And at the bottom of their email was the pronouns. So then I started going through and looking at some of the emails that I've gotten in the last, I don't know, like 3 months or so. And I noticed probably about 20% were using pronouns in their emails, and it was a lot of younger people. So I was like, okay, I think I did the right thing. But that being said, I noticed that a lot of people that were commenting on that post said I would never do that. That would not be something I would do. The blah 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 blah, And I get that. I totally understand that. Because your audience wouldn't want that. If you feel that so deeply in your soul, then that's probably the image you're conveying in your content anyways. So why would you do that? It makes absolutely no sense. The whole point of me even going on this rant in the first place is that you really just need to focus in on who your audience is. When you're getting those emails that come in, start really paying attention to who that person is. When those leads come in and you talk to them on the phone, you're going to see a pattern of the type of person that you're getting leads from. And I want you to really pay attention to the comment section. And you're going to start noticing a pattern of the people that comment on your videos as well. And that's how you really start to identify and relate and interact and have a closer bond with the audience that you have. And you're probably thinking, well, what does that have to do with real estate? It has 100% to do with real estate. Like the joy of making content, in my opinion, is that it isn't just the fact that you're gaining clients that come in. You're gaining the clients that you can relate to and that can relate to you. I think the most frustrating thing for me when I started real estate is that I felt like I had to be everything for everyone. Everything for everyone. And then when you're doing that, you're being nothing for nobody. Because you don't have no footing, you have no ground, and you're just kind of being wishy-washy about everything. When you make impactful statements and you make impactful videos, it responds to the audience that you want, in turn having a lot less anxiety for yourself. And I just want to share this story. The whole reason I started on YouTube in the first place is I had the worst evil clients on the planet. And these two happened to be married to each other. And if there were two horrible people that could find each other on this earth, I know anybody can find each other. They were totally meant to be together because they were just equally as terrible. That whole transaction literally gave me the drizzling poops. I could not handle it. at all. I mean, I thought I had the maturity level to handle it, but these people wore me out. They insulted my intelligence. They questioned everything I did. And the whole time I'm thinking, why are they working with me? At one point, I tried to hand them off to another agent and they came right back to me and they were like, no, that person's an idiot. We only want to work with you. And I'm thinking, why the hell do you want to work with me? I got through that whole entire thing. And I remember after the closing, even the day of the closing, I'm like, oh God, it's finally over. And sitting at the closing table and them questioning the purchase agreement with the title attorney right there. The thing that I had explained to them 1,000 times, they still questioned it and wanted confirmation from the title attorney. And the best part about that, the best, sweetest part about it was literally the title attorney said exactly what I had said. Then I'm thinking that it's completely done. It's all over. And I'm sitting on the back porch and it is 10:30 in the morning. I don't drink, but I sure as heck got myself a beer, sat on that back porch. And I said, I can't do this anymore. I have to find a different way. And that's the day I picked up a camera. That was the day I picked up a camera because I couldn't be myself that whole entire transaction. Anytime I made any kind of little joke or was slightly sarcastic, I got the evil eyeball. And I had to like dial back who I am as a person just to get through this deal. And I've vowed I would never do that again. So Facebook was just becoming like a huge thing. And I'm like, I'm just going to put this stuff out on Facebook. And so it will detract these kind of people because I never want to work with those people ever again. And I remember my broker at the time was like, you're going to offend a lot of people. And I'm like, I don't care. If the people are offended by what I'm saying, those are the people I don't want to work with ever again. And that's the whole reason I ended up on YouTube. It's the whole reason I picked up a camera and decided to do this. And it was all about knowing who I was and building an audience that I wanted, but also being able to connect with that audience on a deeper level. So that's my story. That's my story. I know everybody has had their moments on why they're on YouTube. And I'm going to also say this about knowing your audience. Sometimes we get into any social media site thinking, well, this is the end all be all of getting leads. And if you have no passion for what you're doing and you're just like turning on the camera and letting it rip and saying, oh, let's hope this works. Or you're just following a path of, like what everybody else is doing. So you're just going to make the content and call it a day. You're going to have a hard time connecting with your audience because you don't love it. You don't love it. And if you don't love, it's kind of like doing real estate. If you don't love doing real estate, that's probably not the thing for you. If you don't love making content for YouTube, it's probably not, you're not benefiting your audience. You're not benefiting yourself. And you're going to do a lot of spinning your wheels and you're going to feel like, damn, I wasted so much time. And you did because you're not passionate for the audience that you're trying to make content for. And that to me was one of those things that I had to also think about in my head. Pronouns are nonsense. That's what they say. Pronouns are nonsense. Pronouns are not nonsense. We use them on a daily basis. And like I said, if your audience is using pronouns and it's not something that offends you personally, then use them in your bio. If you don't have a problem with it, then why is it a big deal? Like I said, I see it on email signature tags all the time. But thank you for the comment. I appreciate that. I'm going to turn on my air conditioning because it's hot. It's hot here in Louisiana. Hold on one second here. So back to the audience and your passion. So when you're making real estate content for YouTube, I want you to really start thinking about who it is that you want to make content for, because like I would never in a million years do 55 plus type content. That would not be my thing. But even though everybody in my market is killing it, right? They're killing it. They're making so much money, hand over fist, making 55 plus content. That doesn't mean I should start doing it because, they're making all this money. I have no passion for it. So that's what I want you guys to start thinking about, is find that thing that you're passionate about first before you start picking up the camera, and maybe you should even like reevaluate your whole content strategy. I just got off a call with a real estate agent, and they actually like making content, but they had no content strategy, and they were really unfocused on who their avatar was. Now they have a whole new outlook on that. Hey, win the house you love. Hey, Kyle, if you're bored, you can come on this live stream with me, because my friend Joe is on another call. I'll give you the link. You can come in there. He said he's going to join when he gets done. So, Win the House You Love. I don't know if you guys know who that channel is. He actually has a fantastic channel all related to mortgages. And he's very focused on people that really know nothing about mortgages. And he breaks down the whole home buying process for that mortgage part of it in a very simple way. You know, he understands that his audience doesn't necessarily, buy houses every single day. And he makes sure that he is connecting with them in a way that, first of all, they don't feel stupid. And secondly of all, it makes it easily digestible. And he's never like talking down to them or anything like that. And my audience happens to love him. Every time he's on the show, they're like, oh, when are you going to bring Kyle back? Matter of fact, Kyle, if you're bored this Sunday, you're more than welcome to come on this Sunday to my live streams. Yeah, I can't join, but I was curious. So I went to say hi. Haha. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, Kyle, for coming in. Like I said, if this Sunday you're bored, you're more than welcome to come to the live stream on my channel. Since we're talking about audiences, our audiences bridge over to one another, right? So he has a younger audience, and a lot of that younger audience is interested in more affordable housing options. And so that's why I have him on my channel. I never look at Kyle as a competitor to my channel. I look at it as a way to compete, not compete, but collaborate. It's not a competitor. He's somebody I can collaborate with, and our audiences can bridge over to one another. And that's how everybody should be looking at other YouTube creators, even if they're in their same market, even if you feel like they have the same audience, because all you're doing is opening up more possibilities to grow your own channel when you start looking at people as collaborators instead of competition. And I know that's a hard mindset, but like Joey says, you can't have that scarcity mindset. You have to look at YouTube and the audience as something that we all can share together. Because just like television, anybody can change it at any time, and they can find somebody new all the time, but if you work together, then it doesn't feel, I don't know. It just doesn't, you'll have more growth by having more collaborators than being scarcity and being closed and not sharing your information. There's just so much more possibilities once you open that door. If you guys have any questions during the stream, more than welcome to do this. It is really difficult to do a live stream by yourself when you don't have, I'm so used to having a friend on here, a friend to talk to, bounce ideas off of. I do live streams every single week for my audience, and I talk to the camera by myself all the time. But what makes it really easy for me is the fact that I have people during the chat making comments and having questions that they would like answered. So if you'd like a question answered, go ahead. Oh, look, I'm so excited. My friend is going to pop in. I'm very excited about this. Here we go. Win the House You Love. Kyle Seagraves. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Kyle, for popping in for a few minutes before you have to be on to your next appointment. While he comes in, like I was saying, you can do live streams to connect with your audience on a deeper level. It really does help connect better. And I will tell you, my students and myself, the way that we get the most leads from our channel are from live streams. And that's because of the fact that you are having that one-on-one conversation with them. Even though you don't see them, they get to have their questions answered. And then they feel like, because you answered that, you know, like you would a FaceTime call, they feel more comfortable with that. Oh, look at here. Hey, how you doing,
You
friend?
get phone version of me.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Well, now you look less AI.
It sucks so much being on a stream by yourself with this if there's not like questions and stuff, because you just have to like sit there and like, all right, what am I going to talk about next? I'm just going to keep rambling. It's tough.
It is tough, especially when we don't have a huge audience that watches live. We like, I think the most that we've ever had is like 24 people that have come through, and I only advertise this on that Facebook group that I have, the mastermind group.
Oh, I usually watch the replays. I don't usually watch live, but so I'm part of the rewatch crew. I just don't watch a lot of live content.
Yeah, well, here's a great question. Any tips for first live streams when you don't have many viewers? Oh, I have some great tips. You ready? This is what I always, I tell all my students this. Okay. So whenever you're doing a live stream and you don't have a lot of viewers, you may have a lot of comments that are in your live, in your videos. You can even go back a month or two, and then you answer them in their comment section saying, hey, you know what? That was a really great comment. I'm going to answer that comment on the live stream this Sunday at 3:30 p.m. I'd love to have you there. So you're introducing them to the fact that you have a live stream. Now you're going to take that comment that they had, you're going to screenshot it, and you're going to use that as part of your live stream. So every time you're going to have a whole like deck of questions that came in from all your videos, and you're going to put them on the screen, and you're going to start answering them like they're live in the chat, even if they're not there. But you're going to answer them directly in the live stream. So it, as a replay, it seems like there was a lot of people in the chat, and then it shows it's like a proof of knowledge. You have a proof that you know what you're talking about in those live streams because of all the questions that came in. I did that for like a month when I like relaunched my live streams, because I used to do like I don't know if you know this, but I used to do a game show.
Really? Oh,
I used to do a game show live stream. And so then I went to the format I have now. Yeah, but it was really goofy. So I had to like dial it back and become more professional.
Sure.
So that's what I started doing, is everybody in the comment section, I would say, oh, fantastic question. You know what? I'm going to answer your question live. I'd love to see you there. I'd screenshot it. And that way I had I don't know, 20, 30 questions. And hopefully I would get through all of them. Sometimes I didn't, but
Yeah.
Sure enough, within like 4 or 5 live streams, it would be like, first it was 20, then it was 40. Then when I got to 100, I was like, ooh, 100. I was so excited. Yeah. And then, you know, now it's like, I always get between 100 to 400 on average, 200 to 400.
Yeah, those beginning streams are tough. Like, you really do have to prompt, like bring in your own questions, whether it's from like people who have commented on your videos. Even you can go to other, like go to your, competitors' videos and look at the comments that they didn't answer on their channel. Like bring those in, just create like a Google Doc of all the questions that you want to cover on there, because it can be really tough, I think, in the beginning when people aren't asking questions. But what I think is really underutilized with live streams too is just like how StreamYard has the comments at the bottom. There are a lot of people who will answer questions and not put the comments up. But I feel like that drives so much engagement when people see like their face, their channel name, their comment like actually showing up and you answering it prompts so many more questions while you're answering that question. So having a software that does that, I feel like is so valuable. And on StreamYard, even if you don't have a live question, you can just paste in a question and like show it as like a little graphic at the bottom.
I have to show you this because it's funny.
Okay.
So these were my first live streams. So I would take questions from, like, this one was haunted horror movies live trivia. So it was like all the houses, the whole trivia was about the houses in horror movies. So I'd show the picture
Oh,
of the
okay.
house and you had to guess what it was. And then everybody, if you won at the end, you won a gumbo cup.
Who's that in the mask? Is that Eddie?
That's Eddie. That's Eddie. Like how
Nice.
like this is, and I used to do this on, if you can't afford like to do StreamYard, even though they have a free version, you can always do OBS. This was OBS at the time. So that's what I used to do is OBS.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying about like other people not being competition to you, did that get prompted by like a question or something?
No, I just was random thoughts from my brain cells.
Okay, so part of what's helped me a lot with that is because it can be a little bit, I think, discouraging when like you're creating a lot of content and like, because I know when I started my channel, there just wasn't a lot of there weren't a lot of people on making like first time home buyer educational stuff, and now it's like all over the place, and so it can be kind of discouraging. But part of what's helped me a lot is my mindset recently has been I kind of think back to when I started, like, so Javier Vidania, like, who you know and I'm sure
Mhm,
other people know, uh when I made my channel, Javier had like 30,000 subscribers
mhm.
and I had zero because I was like brand new channel. And in my mind, I was like, oh, I'll never be able to get to that much. Like he's like has everybody, like he's the top person. Because at that
Mhm.
time, that was one of the largest like home buyer education channels. Um, and then kind of seeing like it took him a long time, I think, to grow, and probably the same thing with you is like that growth in the beginning was hard. I think because YouTube didn't really have there wasn't a huge like first time homebuyer education audience on YouTube. But then as time goes on, that audience has become more and more developed. And I think
Mhm.
YouTube understands that audience more. And so now it's easier to create a channel from scratch and get traction because you kind of get to ride on the momentum of other creators. And yeah,
100%.
and it doesn't even have to be like creators that are bigger than you. Like my videos, like someone else might make a video, and then that video gets a lot of traction, and YouTube's like, hey, Kyle's video is going to be really good to add as a suggested video to that. I get to ride at the momentum of their videos as well.
Mhm.
So I think that's really interesting because I know like Javier and Christine, I'm sure for you as well, is like in the beginning it was a little bit harder to get that traction because that audience wasn't as evolved, I think, on YouTube, or as like
Well, I didn't know what like I think the audience though is if now there's a lot more education when it comes to YouTube, right? So we as real estate agents at the beginning, we were making real estate content for everybody, whether that was about HOAs, FHA. We were all over the map because we were like, well, we know our niche. It's real estate. So I'm going to make a home tour one video. I'm going to do a listing video. Then I'm going to do a neighborhood video. Then I'm going to do a video about a balloon festival. Then I'm going to do a video about like we were just making content and we're just throwing it on there and hoping something sticks because
right.
nobody understood how to make videos for an audience. But now people have a better understanding, like, yeah, I'm a relocation channel, right? So not only does it help you as a creator, so you're not like, keep throwing videos out and not getting views. It helps YouTube understand who your audience is because, oh yeah, this one's about relocating here. This is about relocation. Each one of them is about relocation, even though the titles are different. There is obvious that this channel is about moving and
Yeah.
relocating to that specific area. We've
I
gotten better.
I also have a theory, and I'm curious your
Mhm.
thoughts on this. So, okay, I've been seeing a lot of like creators talk about, like I've been talking to a lot of like TikTok creators recently,
Mhm. Mhm.
and a lot of people are kind of they were talking about like, okay, you have to consider the stages of the funnel, and we need to make like top of funnel content and bottom of funnel content and everything. And I was kind of thinking about that, like I never think about that, and I was trying to figure out like, is that something I should consider? And this is the thing I've realized is I think a lot of creators come into the space and they think like, I need to get one person and they need to love me and only watch my videos, which is
Mhm.
so silly versus my perspective is more of I want to make videos that, frankly, I don't care if they get a lot of views. I want people to work with us. I like
Right.
we're a mortgage lender licensed in 49 states. Like I want people to work with us. So I don't care about the views. I care about them actually coming and talking to us. And
100%.
so what my perspective is like, I in my mind, I'm outsourcing top of the funnel content to everybody else. Because think about somebody who's like, I'm thinking about buying, I'm not sure. They come across some TikTok videos, they watch some stuff on Instagram, maybe they see some stuff on YouTube. And over time, they're realizing more and more they want to move into that decision. At some
Mhm.
point, they're going to have a really detailed question about a loan that's going to be like really specific that no one else is answering. And at that stage, they're really close to converting. And so my theory is everyone else can do all of the work of convincing them, top of funnel, mid funnel. I'm going to be there when they're about ready to convert. And my hope is that my content is going to create so much trust in that purchase decision when they're right there that they'll be like, "Oh, he's the guy I want to work with, not the person not the video they saw,
5
5
seconds ago.
months ago,
Mhm.
convincing them that buying a house was, or made them put that thought in their head about buying a house." So, uh yeah, but that's been my theory recently is like outsource the rest of the funnel to everybody else. Like
Mhm.
in a way, the collaboration I think is really helpful because like it helped me stop thinking about people as I'm competing with them and more as like they're helping me convert more people
Right.
because they're teaching them like my hope is that I can create enough trust, enough valuable content that when someone's ready, that I'm going to be there at the purchase decision, not I'm going to be there, when they're 6 months from the purchase
Mhm.
decision, which is apparently a hard word for me to say.
Yeah, well, the other thing too is that like I remember like going on a channel and they were like, "Oh, I would love to have you on there." And I'm like, "God, they're so much bigger than me. Why would they want me on their channel?" I'm thinking I don't have enough subscribers for them to be on my channel or for me to be on their channel. And it wasn't about that. It was just the fact that I was talking about something that they knew that their audience was interested in and they weren't really experts in it. So
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, please come on here so you can talk about it." So all that did was drip some of their people who were watching their content over to me. And then of course then I shared it on my my community page. I was over there. So then some of my audience is like, "Oh, I didn't even know about these people. Oh, they're fantastic." So
Mhm.
it bridged over to their content. So it wasn't that like we lost anything, you know, we didn't lose anything. We're just all we're doing is making the ground more fertile for everybody. And that's part of knowing who your audience
Yeah.
is
And
there's so
I
many
think,
people on YouTube too. Like there's so much opportunity out there. Anybody can pick up a camera tomorrow and make a viral video. Like just because I've been on YouTube since 2017 doesn't mean that you tomorrow can't blow my channel out of the water in just 3 videos. It's entirely possible.
yeah. I also think there's a good um like mindset switch that I've had, which is like, not everyone's going to work with me, and that's
Mhm.
good. Like, the reason why we can all be on YouTube and all have like successful businesses from YouTube is because not everyone's going to work with me, and not everyone's going
Mhm.
to work with Javier, or everyone's going to work with
Mhm.
like everyone's going to gravitate to the personality and the style of content that works best for them.
Right.
And so, yeah, I feel that gives it so much more space because it's like, oh, what people care about ultimately is, yeah, the baseline is like, do you deliver good content? But then from there, it's do they like you as a person? Do they trust you? Are you
Right.
someone that they enjoy listening to? And then then they're going to choose to work with you. But like, if we have the same content, like people are going to gravitate towards different people. And to me, that just makes me feel like, yeah, it doesn't like there's so much more space because like not everyone's going to work with me, and I don't have to have everybody. And if somebody comes in the space, it doesn't really take away people from me because they're working with me. Like we have the same content. We're all talking about the same stuff. It's all the same loans. It's the same content. It's the same complaints about HOA. They're
Uh-huh.
working with the people that they want to work with because they like their personality, not because they had some better content or they've been doing it longer.
I mean, I'm sure you've had this happen. Like, have you ever gone to get some information? You're like, oh, what they had to say was really good, but God, they got on my nerves so bad. Like, they just gave you the ick and you didn't even know why they gave you the ick, but the information was good enough, but you never were going to like subscribe to them in the first place. Right. You know, and then like I've had that happen, and that happens all the time. Like I've had people actually physically rip off my exact video where they even stole my spreadsheet that I had made for that video. They ripped it off completely. And they made the exact same video. People came to me and watched my video, and you know, they liked me, and then they liked him, and it was nobody. I don't care. I don't care. Matter of fact, I called him and was like, "Hey, I think you saw my land video." He's like, "I did. I sure did." And it just so happened we were in the same area. I don't have a problem with that. People connect with people on all sorts of different levels, and people don't like you for all sorts of reasons. So, you know, you can't, you know, feel like anybody stole anything from you or nobody's taking anything from you. I don't know how many times that, you know, people have probably looked at your thumbnails and probably ripped off your idea altogether. Mine too. I don't care. I don't care. And you shouldn't care.
Right. All right. I got to head out at 3. So
okay, you're going to go.
I hope Joe comes back.
Yeah, that's fine. But we can still talk about mindset. If anybody else in the audience wants to chime in, you're more than welcome to. Thank you. I appreciate you. You've been fantastic. It helped me burn through 30 minutes.
All right. Great talking to you.
Kyle. Bye. All right. So if you're interested in getting a channel review, you're more than welcome to. All you have to do is put a comment in the chat, and just put your URL to your channel, and I can click on it, and we'll put it up on the screen, and we'll do a little analysis. But since we don't have anybody currently, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I did to my channel just recently. Let me pull it up for you. Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. All right, here we go. Share screen. Yeah, you can go ahead and put it in the chat. Thank you. All right, I'm going to show you what I did with mine really quick, because I just changed my channel banner and my my profile picture. And I also changed my mission statement. Mine used to say real estate advice for everyone or something along those lines. But what resonated with my audience on a live stream about 6 months ago, I said, somebody made a comment and it was from another channel. They said, well, not everybody deserves a home. And I'm like, what? That blew my mind. And so I said, I'm sorry. I believe every single person deserves to have an affordable home. And you would have thought I drown babies, right? But I'm very passionate about that. I think everybody deserves to find an affordable place to live. I mean, I didn't know that would be so controversial, but it really fired people up. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Forget it. That is now my new mission statement. So that now I explained what my channel is about on my banner in, 5 simple words to get a good clue of who I am as a creator and what they're going to get from my content. So I changed my mission statement. I have this new scan thing here too. I hope you guys can see this. Yeah. I have this new little scan thing. It's not new. You can make this on ChatGPT. It's not that difficult. You just go in there, put in your a URL and say, make me a QR code for this landing page, and it will do it. And then I changed my bio a little bit too. I had changed this. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Yep. I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, let me stop sharing this. We had a couple comments coming in. All right, let's see who's here. Okay, it says, how are you doing? I'm a regular viewer of your YouTube channel. I came to say I appreciate how well researched and insightful your content is. Good luck. Thank you, friend. I appreciate you coming by and saying hello. So good to see you. My friend, if you'd like to get a channel review, just put it in the chat, and I will I'll put it up on the screen. If not, I can put up or you maybe put it in the Facebook group. That might be easier. Let me find if anybody put anything in the Facebook group. Y'all been so quiet in that group too. I don't know what's going on. No, I have not gotten any reviews. I even made I even did a video in that group to get you guys going. But let's look at this group really quick. Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, he just sent it in. All right, we got it in the Facebook. Let's see it in the Facebook. Because I have the hardest time. Let me just see if I can just copy and paste it. I'm trying to. Dang it. Oh, here we go. I got it. Yay! They were making it hard for me. They were going to make me work for my money. Oh, man. Nope, it would not work. Just sent it in Facebook. I'm going to go look in Facebook again. I was thinking that I could get this. Here we go. Got it. Oh, you're making me making me work for the money today. Share screen. Oh, you gave me your channel. You gave me my channel. I need your. Oops. You shared the actual. Hold on, YouTube. You shared the live, not your channel. I wanted to share your channel so I can put it on the screen. Oh my gosh, we got a big commenter here. I'm one of the loyal subscribers, been following your channel. Your channel deserves more views. Oh, I'm not worried about my channel getting more views. Ah, Maureen, here we go. Here we go. We can make this happen. We can make this happen. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your patience. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. That's okay. I'm just waiting for it to come up. I'm sorry. Just Maureen. M-I-N-H. M-I-N-H. I'm just making sure I got the right channel here, because I'm having a hard time clicking on any links for some reason, and it's my fault. I'm gonna find this. Real Estate Video Geeks. All right. I know this is riveting content right here. Everybody's dropped off. Here we go. Holy cow, that was a lot of work. All right, Maureen, here we go. I appreciate you doing this, honestly. Okay, let's share the screen. All right, thank you. Helping you move to Florida. I love the fact that you have this little text thing here. Are you in Lake County by chance? And I do like that you have a QR code. I used to live in Mount Dora for a hot minute. Look at your thumbnails. Wow. Looking good, my friend. You're doing good. All right, let's talk about your thumbnails first. Okay. If this is a real photograph and not a AI image, I would suggest adding a little bit more sharpness and clarity to the houses themselves. So the biggest feature of this is that the houses, I know that the words to me are taking too much of the thumbnail up. And the only reason I'm saying that is because people like to look at the houses. The words are just a complement to the house. Right now, the focus is on the words instead of the houses. So I would make those houses bigger and probably reduce the size of the words themselves. That would be my tip to you on that. But other than that, it's fantastic. The color saturation is really good. I love that you're using your colors. You know, you're consistently using the same colors and branding on all of your thumbnails, so it's very consistent to who you are. And if somebody was to see that coming through on their newsfeed, they would know that is directly from you. This is your style. I would suggest making yourself just a little bit bigger where they can see the whites of your eyes, your face themselves. That's like the new thing, the trending thing within YouTube is that like your face is takes up almost like 1/3 of the thumbnail space. So if you were going to do something like that, you would almost have your hand by your face. So that way it would be that big on the thumbnail. But this is great. This too, very good. Love it. Love it. You're smart in the fact that you wear 2 colors on your thumbnails and they're your branding colors. They're either blue or orange. And that goes right in line with your branding colors. You're very clever, very smart. And look, the orange is on your shirt, but then the blue is on the sign. Dang, you're a smart one. Yeah, you're in Lake County. Yep. You're in Lake County. I'm impressed, Maureen. Oh, let's see. Let's look at your titles a little bit. All right. Discovering an amazing new affordable homes in Claremont area. Good title. That's a good title. The best new home communities in Claremont. Oh, I would do like maybe for your next one, do the best new communities the best new communities that are coming up, or the best new communities no one's talking about. So it makes it seem like a secret, like if an inside secret. You know, you say inside my dream home. You didn't have to put Horizon Westlake in at Ativation. You can put that in your description. You don't have to put that on the title. It doesn't it won't suppress your views or anything like that if you don't have it on the title. If you just use that in like the first line of your description, so that way the title is more enticing. Have you been taking a lot of advice from us? Because man, oh man, you're killing it. Inside. I would put inside these. I would put inside these best new homes in Claremont. That's how I would have done that. So you don't have the little parentheses around it. Because like, think about it like when you're doing a newspaper. In the newspaper, they never put parentheses on there. They make a headline to grab your attention. They're not putting it like as a ... Just kidding. Here, just this too, you know? That's how you need to think about your titles. The other, like, this is a little petty thing. So you know how like you have dream and then the next word is home and it's lowercase, and then the next word is lowercase, and then the next word is all uppercase. Each word in your title should have a capital letter at the beginning, each word. And then if you want to emphasize a word, do what you did right here, is make the whole entire word capitalized, not world, word capitalized. But yeah, you're like this one is okay, but I would still even capitalize the and in. Impressive, my friend. Oh, I remember this thumbnail. Good job. Good job. All right, let's look at your about section. This is great. I tour Central Florida community home, so you don't have to. Straight and to the point. You don't even have to flower it. The only thing I probably add to this is just say you need to get a hold of me. Here's my contact information. But other than that, this is fantastic. Oh, look, we started about the same time, 2017. Good for you, Maureen. I'm impressed. Yep. She says she takes a ton of advice from me. Well, you're listening. That's a rare moment. Most people don't listen, especially when it's free advice. They usually don't take it, but you do. This is fantastic. I am highly impressed, my friend. If you've had no formal education and you've just been doing free advice, you're knocking it out of the park. You're doing good work, my friend. Good work. All right, we got another YouTube channel that wants a review here. Is it Rio Real Estate? Okay, let's share this tab. Share this tab. Okay, Rio Real Estate. So, the first thing I would tell you is that your image right here is an AI created image, and I would use real people or a real area. If it's about Rio, use a real picture. Everybody now knows that these are AI driven images, and it doesn't really connect with an audience. Second thing I'd tell you is that you probably want either some kind of mission statement or some kind of impact statement that lets the audience know what your channel is about. And I would put that smack dab in the middle. And of course, just like Maureen had, and I do it myself, is I would have a QR code that goes to a landing page so you can collect information about the people that are viewing your channel. And that way you can, turn those people into leads and eventually clients. So let's look at your about page. Experience a seamless blend of natural beauty among the ultimate comfort of real estate, trusted real estate experts. We offer personalized service. So, okay, I get this is about your company. So what I would do is make this about the content they're getting from this channel. So I would have something along the lines of this channel. It will provide you all the information that you need to understand about real estate in Rio. By watching all these videos, you'll have a full understanding of what you're going to be getting, blah, 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 blah. That's what your about section should be. It's about what they are going to be getting from your content. Then afterwards, you can talk about your company. And then again, I would have this, instead of having I would have this link going to a landing page. That's what I would do. Well, you just started this channel. You're a newbie. Let's look at your thumbnails. Okay. Okay. So I would start looking at more compelling titles, in just like Maureen had. So she was like touring inside this, or look inside this. Those are trending beginning words of home tours. That's what people are using to get people to look at theirs. So I would do something like touring this California Sur Coastal living home. And you don't have to like the double title thing. I know that you're probably thinking that's going to give you SEO juice. That is not the case. That is not how this works. Another thing you may want to really look at is you may want to look at the amount of time that you spend on each one of these videos. So YouTube's job is to sell ads to advertisers. And in order to sell ads to advertisers, they have to have content that satisfies an audience. And they need videos over 8 minutes to sell those ads. And they need you to make the content that people want to watch that's over 8 minutes. So start thinking of your videos, if you're going to do long form content, being over 8 minutes. Now, if you want to do shorter content, then you're going to create a shorts channel, and that would be vertical, be totally different. People love home tours. They love home tours that are over 14 to 18 to 20 minutes long. You'd be shocked on how long that people will watch them. I saw one home tour. They did it as a live stream. It was over an hour. Insanity, I know. But that's what they want. They want to feel like it's an immersed experience when they're touring the house. They want to feel like they're inside that house. That's why like the touring channels that have a ton of fancy edits don't necessarily do as well as the guy who's just walking around with a stick and going through each and every room, pulling up the carpet to see, making sure it's stuck, down correctly. That he's showing really close up to the wood floors. He's describing the smells. He's opening up the cabinetry. He's showing the inside with his camera. Those guys and gals that are doing that are having a lot more conversion than, just really super edited, polished, 7-minute videos. I'm just telling that for you to make it easier for you to gain more clients that way, if that's what you want to do. Let's take another look. Yeah, I honestly, I'm always one to like poop on thumbnails, but like these ones right here, I don't hate. I really just think it's the titling. So this DJI 0601, this one, there's no title to it. So who's going to watch that? And this probably should have been a short because it's only 47 seconds long. Yeah, I would just work on how long you have them. So you want to have a videos over 8 minutes. This was a great thumbnail. You want to have them over 8 minutes, and then you want to like work on your titling a bit. I'm confused. Are you doing this for a whole entire office? Is each agent doing their own content? Or is it one specific person that's like the headline person? Because you have so many different people on these. So I'm just trying to, is it for your office? Is that what this is for your office? Not getting any answers there. That's all right. Well, yeah. So that's what I do. I would just work on your thumbnails and titles. And these are obviously tours. And I think like this one's a beautiful thumbnail. Just work on the time. Get that up over 8 minutes and you'll have a lot more success with that. I hope you concur. Thank you for letting me share that. I appreciate you. So everybody, thank you so much for tolerating me talking to myself for the last hour. I appreciate everybody that allowed me to go ahead and review your channels at the last minute. And I hope to see you next week. And hopefully Joe will be here because it is very difficult to do on your own. I should have taken my own advice, and I should have screenshot some questions and put them on the screen. So that way we could have had a more conversational live stream today. Next week, I promise, will be better. So I want to say thank you, everybody. I appreciate you, especially you, Maureen, and Kyle Seagraves that popped in at the last minute. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, it's the end of the stream. Christina and Joe taught you all the tricks, make your leads grow. From thumbnails to tags, you gotta be bold. YouTube's the key, turn your listings to gold. Edit those vids, make them snappy, make them fly. Engage with your audience, connect, don't be shy. Realtor to the core, but tech on your side. Hit that algorithm like a digital tide. This is the final click, now you're in the know. Use YouTube to flourish, let them listings blow. It's the small details that bring in the dough. From Christina and Joe, here's the way to go. Every upload strategic so your views ain't stopping. Consistency's key, schedule that drop. Content's king, crown it at the top. So you learn the ropes from two of the best. Christina and Joe, put your skills to the test. Turn those leads into clients, make your channel explode. Realtor success on the digital road. This is the final click, now you're in the